Shrouded in mystery, the Knights Templar have captivated imaginations for centuries. These warrior monks sworn to protect pilgrims and defend the Holy Land evoke images of chivalry, courage, and perhaps something more. Join us as we delve into the enigmatic world of the Knights Templar, exploring the truth behind the legends and seeking to answer the question, were they truly the guardians of the Holy Grail? The Holy Grail, a sacred relic shrouded in mystery, its very existence debated for centuries. Whatever its true nature, the Holy Grail has become inextricably linked with the Knights Templar, their names forever intertwined in the annals of history and myth. The connection between the Knights Templar and the Holy Grail is a tale woven from equal parts history and legend. Some whisper that the Templars discovered the Grail during their time in the Holy Land, hiding it away from those who would misuse its power. The Templars' association with the Grail appears to have emerged later, fueled by speculation surrounding their sudden downfall and the confiscation of their vast wealth. Did the Templars' activities threaten the Church's authority, leading to their persecution? Or were they victims of a power struggle, their wealth and influence coveted by a jealous King Philip IV of France? To truly understand the Knights Templar, we must journey back to the tumultuous era of the First Crusade. The year is 1095 and Pope Urban II issues a call to arms that will reverberate through history. Christendom, he declares, must unite to reclaim the Holy Land from the Seljuk Turks. Thousands heed the call, driven by religious zeal, a thirst for adventure, or perhaps a desire for land and riches. Against all odds, Jerusalem falls to the Crusaders in 1099, a victory marked by both jubilation and bloodshed. It is against this backdrop of religious fervor and ongoing conflict that the Knights Templar emerge. King Baldwin II, recognizing the need for such protection, grants the Knights a wing of his palace in Jerusalem. This site, believed to have been built upon the ruins of Solomon's Temple, lends the order its name, the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ, and of the Temple of Solomon, or as they would become known, the Knights Templar. Armed and trained as elite warriors, these knights pledge vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, dedicating their lives to God and the protection of the faithful. They patrol the dangerous roads, escorting pilgrims and repelling bandits and marauders. Their presence offers a glimmer of hope and security in a land often consumed by violence. These outposts, often fortified against attack, evolve into some of the most iconic structures in the Templars' story. The Templar outposts, more than just shelters, become symbols of the Order's growing influence and architectural prowess. Thick walls, imposing towers, and strategic locations characterize these fortress monasteries. One such example is the Crac des Chevaliers in present-day Syria, a masterpiece of medieval military architecture. Its concentric walls, strategically placed towers, and sophisticated defensive systems made it nearly impregnable, a testament to the Templars' architectural and military ingenuity. As their influence grows, so too does their presence in Europe. They construct churches, priories, and commanderies across the continent, leaving their mark on the medieval landscape. The Knights Templar represent a unique fusion of faith and warfare, a military monastic order unlike any other. Their strict adherence to religious vows sets them apart from the secular knights of their time. Their daily lives are a blend of prayer, training, and combat, their existence a constant dance between spiritual devotion and martial prowess. They rise before dawn for prayers, attend Mass daily, and observe periods of fasting and abstinence. Yet they are also fierce warriors, masters of sword and lance, their skills honed through relentless training. This unique combination of piety and martial prowess grants the Templars a formidable reputation. As decades pass, the Knights Templars' influence expands far beyond their initial mission. Donations from wealthy patrons, coupled with strategic land acquisitions, transformed the Templars into a financial powerhouse. They established a sophisticated banking system, offering loans and managing funds for kings, nobles, and even the church itself. This financial dominance grants the Templars unprecedented influence in the affairs of Europe. The Templars, once a humble order sworn to protect pilgrims, have become a major force in the medieval world, their influence extending from the battlefields of the Holy Land to the courts of Europe. The Templars' rise to financial dominance is no accident. They create a vast network of commanderies, stretching across Europe and the Middle East, connected by a sophisticated system of communication and transport. This network allows them to transfer funds, goods, and information with remarkable efficiency. A pilgrim can deposit money at a Templar preceptory in London and withdraw it, with a coded note, at their destination in Jerusalem. The Templars' logistical prowess extends beyond finance. This combination of financial acumen and logistical mastery transforms the Templars into a formidable economic force. The Knights Templars' impact extends far beyond the realm of finance and warfare. They champion architectural innovation, their castles and cathedrals showcasing the latest advancements in engineering and design. They promote literacy and learning, establishing libraries and scriptoria that help preserve ancient knowledge. Their patronage of the arts fosters a flourishing of music, literature, and craftsmanship. The Templars' dedication to chivalry and honor also shapes the social fabric of medieval Europe. However, the Templars' very success sows the seeds of suspicion and envy. As the 13th century draws to a close, the Knights Templar face a growing tide of suspicion and hostility. King Philip IV of France, burdened by debt and eager to seize the Templars' vast wealth, emerges as their most dangerous adversary. In 1307, on Friday, October 13th, a date forever etched in history, Philip unleashes a wave of arrests, targeting Templars across France. The order's fate, once seemingly unassailable, now hangs precariously in the balance. Before we can truly explore the alleged connection between the Knights Templar and the Holy Grail, we must first delve into the origins and evolution of the Grail legend itself. The Grail, as it exists in our collective imagination, is a tapestry woven from threads of mythology, folklore, and religious symbolism. With the rise of Christianity, the Grail took on new meaning, becoming intertwined with the story of Christ's Last Supper and the Crucifixion. In medieval literature, the Grail emerges as a powerful and elusive relic, often depicted as a cup, dish, or stone possessing miraculous powers. These tales, popular throughout Europe, solidify the Grail's status as a symbol of spiritual purity, divine grace, and the ultimate object of chivalric pursuit. For some, it represents the cup used by Christ at the Last Supper, said to have caught his blood during the crucifixion. The connection between the Knights Templar and the Holy Grail is largely absent from historical records during the Order's existence. It is primarily in the aftermath of their downfall, amidst whispers and speculation, that the association begins to take hold. Some whispered that the Templars had discovered the Holy Grail during their time in the Holy Land, perhaps hidden beneath the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. Others claimed that the Grail had been entrusted to them by the Cathars, a Gnostic sect deemed heretical by the Church. These rumors, often spread by the Templars' enemies or those seeking to profit from their downfall, painted the Order as custodians of forbidden knowledge and possessors of supernatural relics. The association between the Templars and the Grail appears to be largely a product of speculation, fueled by the circumstances surrounding their demise and the enduring power of the Grail legend itself. In 2001, a document known as the Chinon Parchment resurfaced in the Vatican Secret Archives, adding a fascinating twist to the tale of the Knights Templar. This document, dated 1308, contains a record of Pope Clement V's interrogation of several high-ranking Templar leaders, including the Order's last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay. To the surprise of many, the parchment reveals that Pope Clement V, under pressure from King Philip IV of France, had initially found the Templars not guilty of the most serious charges leveled against them, including heresy. The parchment suggests that Clement believed the Templars had engaged in unorthodox practices, but not outright heresy. He seemed more concerned with securing the order's wealth and suppressing dissent within the church. While the Chinon parchment does not explicitly mention the Holy Grail, its rediscovery has fueled further speculation about the reasons behind the Templars' persecution. Some scholars argue that the parchment's contents suggest a cover-up, with the Grail potentially playing a role in the events leading to the order's downfall. Could Philip's accusations of heresy have been a smokescreen to seize the Grail for himself, believing it to be a source of immense power? While intriguing, these theories remain speculative. The Chinon parchment, while shedding light on the political machinations surrounding the Templars' demise, does not offer conclusive evidence of their innocence or their connection to the Holy Grail. The enduring fascination with the Knights Templar and the Holy Grail stems from a potent blend of history, mythology, and unanswered questions. While the Templars were undoubtedly a powerful and influential force in medieval Europe, their association with the Grail remains shrouded in mystery and speculation. Did the Templars discover the Grail during their time in the Holy Land? Did they possess secret knowledge about its whereabouts or its true nature? The historical record offers no definitive answers. The lack of concrete evidence, however, has not deterred generations of historians, writers, and Grail enthusiasts from exploring the potential connections between these two enigmatic entities. The enduring power of the Grail legend, with its themes of spiritual seeking, hidden knowledge, and the eternal battle between good and evil, continues to capture imaginations and inspire debate. The Templars, with their aura of mystery, chivalry, and tragic downfall, provide a compelling backdrop for these narratives. Whether the Knights Templar were true guardians of the Holy Grail may forever remain an enigma. Yet, the very act of seeking answers, of sifting through history and legend, reveals a deeper truth about the human experience. Our enduring fascination with the unknown, the sacred, and the enduring power of belief. The year is 1307. A chill wind sweeps through the streets of Paris, carrying whispers of conspiracy and betrayal. On Friday, October 13th, a date forever synonymous with ill fortune, King Philip IV of France sets in motion a plan that will shatter the Knights Templar and leave an enduring mark on history. Under the cover of darkness, sealed orders, bearing the royal seal, are dispatched to Philip's agents across France. These documents contain a shocking directive to arrest all Knights Templar within the realm, seize their assets, and bring them to trial on charges of heresy, blasphemy, and immorality. The accusations, spread through whispers and fueled by rumor, paint a damning picture of the once revered order. The Templars, once hailed as heroes of Christendom, are now accused of worshipping idols, engaging in obscene rituals, and denying Christ. The speed and ruthlessness of Philip's actions take the Templars completely by surprise. Many knights, caught off guard in their preceptories and castles, are arrested before they can mount a defense. Their treasures, accumulated over decades of service and financial acumen, are seized, their coffers emptied on Philip's orders. The Friday the 13th curse, it seems, has fallen heavily upon the Knights Templar. With the Templars imprisoned and their assets seized, Philip IV sets about solidifying his grip on power. He understands the importance of securing not just the Templars' wealth, but also their condemnation in the eyes of the Church. Show trials, orchestrated with ruthless efficiency, commence in Paris and across France. The Knights, subjected to unimaginable tortures, the rack, the strappado, the burning of flesh, are forced to confess to a litany of fabricated crimes. These confessions, extracted under duress and often contradictory, are presented as proof of the Templars' guilt. Despite the lack of credible evidence and the dubious nature of the confessions, the accusations against the Templars gain traction. Public opinion, swayed by rumor and fear, turns against the order. Philip, a master manipulator, has successfully painted the Templars as a dangerous and heretical sect, a threat to both church and crown. Pope Clement V, initially hesitant to condemn the order, finds himself caught between his own doubts and the overwhelming pressure from Philip. The French king, wielding both political and financial influence, demands the Pope's support in dismantling the Templars. Clement, fearing a schism within the church and unwilling to challenge Philip's growing power, reluctantly agrees to a papal inquiry. Amidst the trials and tribulations, one figure stands defiant: Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar. A seasoned warrior and a man of deep faith, de Molay becomes a symbol of the order's resilience in the face of persecution. Brought before the papal legates in Paris, de Molay initially confesses to the charges against him, likely coerced by threats of further torture. However, in a stunning act of defiance, he recants his confession, proclaiming the innocence of the order and denouncing the accusations as fabrications. De Molay's courageous stand throws the proceedings into disarray. Philip, enraged by the Grand Master's defiance, orders his immediate execution. On March 18, 1314, de Molay is led to a pyre erected on the Ile de la Cité in the River Seine. As the flames rise around him, de Molay is said to have cursed both Philip IV and Pope Clement V, predicting their deaths within the year. Whether fact or legend, both men die within months of de Molay's execution, adding to the aura of mystery and intrigue surrounding the Templars' downfall. The demise of the Knights Templar, orchestrated through a web of lies, greed, and political maneuvering, marked the end of an era. The order, once a beacon of chivalry, faith, and financial power, was dissolved by papal decree in 1312, its remaining members scattered, imprisoned, or absorbed into other orders. Yet the Templars' story did not end with their suppression. Their dramatic downfall, shrouded in accusations of heresy and secrecy, fueled centuries of speculation and myth-making. Were they truly guilty of the crimes leveled against them? Or were they victims of a power struggle, their wealth and influence coveted by a jealous king and a compromised papacy? The lack of conclusive answers has only served to enhance the Templars' mystique. Their symbols, the red cross on a white field, the knights on horseback, have become synonymous with chivalry, mystery, and the enduring allure of the unknown. From the shadowy world of conspiracy theories to the pages of best-selling novels and blockbuster films, the Knights Templar continue to captivate our imaginations. Their story, a cautionary tale of power, betrayal, and the enduring power of belief, serves as a reminder that even the mightiest can fall, and that truth, often shrouded in the mists of time, is sometimes more elusive than fiction. Centuries after their downfall, the Knights Templar still captivate our imagination. Their story, woven from history, mystery, and tragedy, transcends time. From academia to the silver screen, the Templars' legacy endures. Their white mantles with red crosses symbolize chivalry and courage. Their image adorns books, games, and tattoos. This fascination speaks to our need for heroes and stories of valor. Yet their story is also a cautionary tale of power's double-edged sword. Their fall warns against unchecked ambition and political expediency. The Knights Templar remain an enigma, their true motives lost to time. This mystery ensures their story will be retold for generations. As we delve into the annals of history, seeking to unravel the enigma of the Knights Templar, we must tread carefully, mindful of the fine line that separates documented fact from myth and speculation. The Templars' story, often embellished over the centuries, has become fertile ground for conspiracy theories and romanticized portrayals. It is tempting to embrace sensationalized narratives that paint the Templars as either flawless heroes or sinister villains. Yet the truth lies somewhere in the shadows, obscured by time and subjective interpretations. To gain an objective understanding, we must approach their story with a critical eye, questioning assumptions and scrutinizing sources. By embracing intellectual curiosity and diverse perspectives, we can peel back the layers of myth and legend, revealing a more nuanced and human story. The story of the Knights Templar remains a vibrant and evolving field of study. New discoveries like the Chinon parchment challenge long-held assumptions and shed new light on the Order's motivations and demise. The quest to uncover the truth about the Templars is an ongoing exploration, a fascinating puzzle across continents and centuries. The journey begins within our own curiosity. By reading widely, seeking reputable sources, and engaging with different perspectives, we can each embark on our own quest to unravel the mysteries of the Knights Templar. Dive into this captivating history yourself. Explore Templar castles, trace their footsteps through the Holy Land, and pore over ancient manuscripts. Engage in lively debates with fellow history enthusiasts. The more we learn, the more we realize how much there is still to discover. So, let us continue to explore, question, and keep the spirit of inquiry alive. The Knights Templar still have much to teach us about faith, power, and the allure of the unknown.